What's going on, guys? Eric Pate here, back with another video. And you're like, oh crap, not another prediction video that involves the playoffs, because we already did 3 of these this year with the NASCAR Xfinity Series, NASCAR Cup Series, and NASCAR Truck Series. You might be thinking, why am I going to do one for the NFL? Well, we're actually going to be a little different with the NFL one, because each round, what I'm going to do different. So here's what I'm going to do different. I'm actually going to make my predictions each round. Like, meaning, as soon as Wilcard is done, as soon as I make my predictions of who's going to the divisional round, I'm not going to come back to the bracket until the end of the last game on divisional round day. So then I'm going to get the correct playoff bracket, and then we're going to compare, just so we know how many exactly I got right. And then how many I got wrong. So, yeah. So, we're going to be a little bit different. And I'm only going to pull up the NFL. You can now see I'm pulling up the NFL playoff schedule, but that's just just because I just want to see, like the records really, as we make this prediction. You know what? Let's just 2-screen this. So, let's go ahead and go down here to Buffalo Bills and the Indianapolis Colts. You know what? It's actually better if we have on full screen. And let's see, we got the 13-3 and the 11-5. I personally think that this game is gonna go either way. It can go Bills' ways, or it can go the way of the Colts. And I'm not really a big fan of the Bills, because I'm a big fan of the Patriots. So, I don't really know if I want to go to Bills, or should I go with the Colts. But, there's another thing called honesty. And that's what we're actually going to be doing, because when I did make those 3 playoff brackets back in September, all of those was me being honest. And sure enough, none of the Final Four. I got none of the Final Four right. I'm serious, I got none of the Final Four. Well, I didn't get it completely right. Let's see. The Cup, only person I got wrong was Harvick and Logano. Yeah, so we're not going to go into much detail. But anyway, so we got Buffalo playing Indianapolis. And I personally think that I don't see a reason why Buffalo's gonna get beat by the Colts. And plus, Buffalo has home field advantage. And speaking of that, they will have fans in the stands. You heard me correctly. If you did not watch a single Bills game this year, home game, they did not have fans in the stands. And that's what's going to exactly happen on Saturday night. No, Saturday afternoon. They will have fans in those stands. So what does that mean? That might be good for Buffalo, too. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to advance the Bills onto the first round, into the divisional round of the playoffs. The next game on schedule we got is the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. So that means we're going to jump over here. The Rams has been doing decent this year. They had a better year this year than they did last year. While Seattle has been kind of on a tear this year, and this is an NFC West rivalry, and I don't know how those games can exactly go when we do have this game on Saturday afternoon. It can go either the way of the Seahawks, or it can go the right way of the Rams. And just for the sake of this, since I am pretty much like I said, this is honest. I honestly say that the Seattle Seahawks would move on to round 2 of the playoffs. Okay, up next we have our, let's see, what's the next game on the schedule? What's next on the schedule? We got the Washington football team playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alright. I might get laughed at. I might get laughed at for this. For saying this. But do I think a 7-9 team is gonna beat an 11-5 team? Yes, you heard me right. 7-9. That is Washington's record going into the playoffs. Do I think a 7-9 team is gonna be a team that is 11-5? That was the record that Tom Brady had when he won his first Super Bowl and when he won his 6th Super Bowl. I don't know what his other records were. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. Yeah, Tom Brady Super Bowls. I looked it up on Wikipedia, but anyway. Let's see. Super Bowl 38. 14-2. Super Bowl 39. 14-2. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Whoops. Super Bowl 49. 12-4. Super Bowl 51. 14-2. But still, do I really think that a 7-9 team now is going to be an 11-5? I personally don't see that happening. I am sorry for people who are saying that the Washington football team. Some people have said that Washington's going to the freaking Super Bowl. I'm like, are you serious? Are you really saying that a 7-9 team is gonna go to freaking Tampa and get to go play for the Lombardi Trophy? Not happening. Not happening. I don't see it happening. I'm like, no, not happening. No way. Next game we got on schedule is the Baltimore Ravens versus the Tennessee Titans. Wow. I don't know. I have looked at the last 2 games and I think they played 1 game against each other, and of course the divisional game, when Baltimore was basically last year was the team to beat for the Super Bowl. Yes, you heard me right. The Ravens last year were the team to beat for the Super Bowl. But just 1 bad game can cost you it all. And that's exactly what happened. Yes, a number 6 seed team knocked out the number 1 seed. But they did not knock out the Chiefs, who ended up winning the Super Bowl, but still. At the same time, I think Baltimore might get redemption against the Titans. But I think the Tennessee Titans. I said this beginning of the season that the Tennessee Titans might have a shot at going to the Super Bowl. I think they're going to keep that shot alive. So we're going to go ahead and move on. The Titans. Okay, yay, I finally spelled 10. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. Okay. Next game on the schedule, I believe, is New Orleans versus Chicago. So, right back what I said with the Washington football team versus the Bucs. But I think this one might be a little different. Yeah, not really. 4 wins difference. Well, both of them have 4 win difference, but Honestly, I think New Orleans is going to have a better shot at going to the divisional round than the Bears do. So I'm going to go ahead and move the Saints on. Last but not least, and this probably is going to be the game of the week, is the Pittsburgh Steelers playing the Cleveland Browns. Now, another game. So, all but the Washington versus Tampa game and the New Orleans versus Chicago. This is the fourth game. I think 2/3 of the games that we're going to have this weekend, I think could go either direction. And right here, only difference is just one win between those two. And I read something that if Cleveland had at least one more win, like we'll say if Cleveland beat the Jets a couple weeks ago, if Cleveland had beaten the Jets, so I think they lost in a last-second touchdown. I don't remember, but they said that if Cleveland had beaten the Jets, they would have been the AFC North champions. And here's what this is something else I might get laughed at too, of what I'm about to do here. I think Cleveland has found something. I think they found the I'm going to use a racing term here because I am a racing fan, but I think they found the perfect crew. Nah, that's not really a racing term, but still, I think they found the perfect crew to do this. I think they found the perfect. I think they had the perfect football team, and I'm still gonna say give them another year before they get to go to their first Super Bowl, because I don't think they're gonna have because Steelers might not have Big Ben for much longer. I personally think this is Big Ben's last year, but if that does happen to be it, I think Cleveland might be the next team to look out for in the AFC North, going at it after with the Baltimore Ravens. But I think Pittsburgh might be on a little bit of a hangover after getting beat by the Browns. But then again, most of their starters were resting. So, but I might be crazy, but I think they did find something. And I think they're just going to be on a tear between now and maybe the conference championships. I'm not saying I have them going to the AFC title game, but they might. But they might not. But I'm just, for the sake, I'm just moving on to the Browns. So, and like I said, we're actually going to stop here, because I'm not going to do like a full 45-minute playoff prediction video, and then get laughed at when heck, none of this could be right. So that's why we're going to do it based off of. That's why I'm just going to do one video a week. It just talks about the next round. But I am going to save this one because we actually are going to revisit it when we do talk next week. This is what I think the first round of the playoffs would look like. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, favorite. Be nice, cool, be awesome. I'm Eric Pate. I don't deal with the hates. And I'll see you guys next time.